Hey everyone, it's Em of Two Girls Shooting the Shit with Em and Mo. Thanks for tuning in to this episode, our second episode of Sexy September, where Mo and I talk about sex through the ages, what it's like in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. We talk about changes in libido, we share a few personal stories, and we just really keep it real and candid with you. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is weird. I'm not supposed to do this.
But it's also, you can't tickle yourself. Like, I don't like that. Like, I tried, like, I want to laugh.
It's not the same as tickling.
Exactly. Like, it's
no,
not
but it's not.
same.
You can't tickle yourself, but you should be able to. Hey, Mo.
Hey, Ann.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm tired. It's back to school and stuff, and still trying to get settled in. But yeah, I'm okay. Trying to get on a healthy routine. I texted you this morning. I finally got on that treadmill, trying to get my bring sexy back. It's Sexy September.
Yeah, so I need to get on that. I'm too lazy.
I thought you said you had a trainer, right?
How's I only go once a week though, so it's like not a lot.
That's still something. That's something.
Yeah, it is. I'm strong. I'm getting strong. That's it.
Strong.
Strong.
Are they teaching you stuff? I always like to learn new exercises and new stuff.
Yeah, we use all kind of machines and stuff. It's fun.
Oh, I want a trainer. Somebody
to
whip me into
next
shape.
month. Yeah, I hope so. Next month we should see some better results.
Hey. We gotta do some pictures, some before and after. Oof. You're living life, girl. That's why you're exhausted.
I guess.
You're a woman in the world. So what are we talking about today?
You told me we were talking about
Oh Lord. Can't even play along. What did I tell you we're talking about today, Mo?
Sex in your 40s. I wouldn't know anything about that, but
why? Because you're not in your 40s, or
you got jokes. Now who's playing?
Because you want to be all secretive about your age, like people don't know how old we are.
Oh, I've been saying my age, girl. You need to look at my Instagram.
Okay, so how is sex in your 40s?
I wouldn't know. You this is all you, girl. I ain't got nothing to say on this.
Oh my goodness. Well, you have to bring a different perspective because that's the whole point of this podcast.
Yeah. So
I am married. I can talk about, this is something to be candid about. We always talk about, I wish people were didn't romanticize things like pregnancy or your first time or whatever. So we're here to keep it real. We're here to talk about it. And I think your libido changes.
Ooh, I like your eyebrows, looking cute. You found somebody up there?
No, this is just my stuff.
Nice. Look at God. Okay, sorry.
They're crooked. They're always crooked though. One's doing one thing, whatever. Anyways, no, but I think, I'm 42. I have 3 kids, been married for 10 years. Dang. There's changes. You're not doing the same things you used to do. You're doing new things, but maybe less frequently or more. Everybody's different, but I think that there are some stats I looked up that tell you, a little bit about trends as you age, which I found interesting. So I want to share with you.
Ooh, what was the most interesting trend you saw?
There was a Dutch study done in 2021 that says that female desire and females engagement. I hate using the word females. That sounds like female, but scientifically, whatever the word is, I'm using female. Women's desire increases as their fertility decreases. And their reasoning was that you are more picky, which sounds funny, when you're fertile. So I'm thinking 20-year-olds are really picky. Are they? Because I don't know if that's
they really be going for anything. Maybe it's a physical pickiness then. Who knows? I
don't know. But as your fertility decreases in your late 20s, early 30s, your desire, your libido ticks up. That's why they always say women in their 30s are wild, and then they should find younger guys. So, that's when I met my husband. So whatever.
Hey. I know. I lowered my age. I just gotta get these youngins.
Oh, you lowered it to what? It's still to dead though, right? It's not 35 to dead? What is it?
No, remember it was 30 to dead. Now it's
Oh,
28
30.
to dead.
Hey, got them two extra years.
You never know, right? They might be a precocious 28-year-old.
Precocious. Precocious. But yeah, so I think for women, because I can't speak to men, I know they have their own issues with sex as they age and whatever. But I think for women, at each stage in your life or each decade, new things, new hormone changes, life experiences. I think a lot of it isn't just physical. A lot of it is mental, emotional. It's based on maturity and comfort in your body, based on medication too. I mean, I can speak to that later about medication and your libido, because that's no joke. Pregnancy and children, I mean.
Oh yeah, because you got to heal. Just saw some meme about that. They're talking
Heal,
about
dang.
after your 6 weeks are up, and the husband was chasing the wife.
That is so rude too. I don't know where they came up with the 6 weeks. Like, you have your baby, they rip your coochie to shreds, if that's the case, right? Or you have, I have a friend that says, I had my daughter via
cesarean.
No, but she said it in a funny way. It was something like convertible. She came out the convertible top or something. Like, it was cute the way she said it. But I mean, that's major surgery, right? You can tell me in 6 weeks or 10 weeks, I'm free to just do whatever. That 6 weeks comes too fast.
Make yourself useful. I bet it does, but I'm bump.
But I feel like I wish they didn't say that, because I feel like that puts an expectation in men's heads. Oh, 6 weeks, you're good now. It's like, no, I'm not.
Joke, yeah.
Yeah. So, but pregnancy, I mean, physically, hormonally, emotionally, that's a whole thing too. And I think that tends to happen later and later now. So maybe that impacts this increase. So I don't know. But 20s, like, I mean, what's sex like in the 20s? I don't know what these 20-year-olds be doing now.
They're doing everything. I think they're more open, kind of like the 60s, more.
I feel like there was more
open with everything.
Sex in the 20s. People were just doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't personally. I've been a prude my whole life. I mean, obviously I haven't been a prude, but few and far between. And yeah, I can't really co-sign any of this stuff, because I don't know what normal people go through. I ain't never lost no libido through nothing.
I mean, I've definitely struggled with that. I mean, I will say, like, after,
I wish.
I mean, they say when you're pregnant, you're supposed to be like super horny and all the stuff, and I didn't have any of that. I mean, I had moments of that, but I was not. Well, I get it. You do have it. Your libido does go up, but I was like, I'm huge. And I think it's a self-conscious thing for me. Like, that's always been an issue throughout my life, is feeling comfortable in my skin in front of somebody else.
Yeah, so, that's true. I mean, same. That's why I don't.
But the thing is, like, now, and that maybe that's a beautiful thing about my current relationship, or just being married for as long as we have. Like, this is it, baby.
Oh, I'm holding bated breath.
Enjoy it. I don't care what this
looks cut like. Off. You said just be. I mean, 10 years, you should be able to enjoy it. I mean, dang. Yeah.
Are you gonna?
You're nervous at 10 years. That's something wrong.
I mean, this is what you're gonna get.
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah. But I just, I don't know. I think that's a big one. I think that's that lies outside of the studies. Is just individual feelings about yourself and confidence and that kind of stuff.
And I think, yeah, for me, that's definitely a big thing. And like, having been more on the casual side, it's hard, because it's like you're never in that trusting situation where you can just let it all hang out and be comfortable.
Let it all hang out.
It's always a little bit of, this is not safe, or,
yeah,
it's fun, but it's different.
I can imagine overthinking it. Like,
I can imagine, like, even like dating somebody for 3 months or 6 months, I can imagine it being different than, like dating a month or so. And yeah, the level of comfort, because you know who they are, how they react, their communication and everything, and what's real and what's like not putting on. Because, everybody has a little put on in the beginning. I try not to. That's why I'm single.
I saw an episode of Law and Order. This is probably going to get cut out, whatever. But I was watching, late at night, and it was SVU. And I stopped watching it for a long time. Once I had kids, I was like, I can't watch this anymore. It messes me up. Like, I can't, because my brain goes there. but I just started watching it again, which is probably not healthy for me.
Clink, clink.
But it was all these moms trying to get their kids into colleges. It was kind of like their take on the have you seen that episode? Mm-hmm. And she slept with one of the moms slept with an admissions person. And they come to find out he wasn't. He was like a security guard pretending to be the head admissions person. And so Olivia on the show.
I think I missed that one. That sounds good.
Olivia on the show was trying to charge him with rape. And Ice-T was kind of like, that's part of the game, though. Everybody kind of puts on a little something to get it, right?
Yeah.
But if you got it under false pretenses, she's saying, I mean, this is kind of the evolution of everything. Is how what used to be like, oh, he just has game. He's driving this car. He can't afford it, but he's driving this car. He's saying he has this job. You know, he's doing all these things. Was that guy Bilal, 90 Day Fiance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Like he presented himself in a way. I mean, that was who he was, but he presented himself in a way, and that's what got the woman attracted. And it's kind of like, how much is game and how much is, the R word? I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that in another episode. It's hard to know.
It's so different.
A fine line.
It's different, the way we think or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. 30s and 40s supposed to be lit.
Well, you definitely are more comfortable in your skin. Well, I am, no matter what.
That's a plus. That's a plus about this age.
And it's funny because my skin was definitely nicer back then, but I'm more comfortable in it now. And like you said, I think it's just you've been with yourself all these years, you get used to yourself and you know yourself, you know what you like, you
finally love yourself enough to be like, you don't like this.
Yeah. You don't have I think we talked about this. I never had the desire to fake or anything like that. And it's like, if I'm not going to do it, if I'm the worst, probably, I just if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. That's very rare. Sex? Yeah. If I'm not going to put on a show.
Oh, you don't.
I haven't been in a situation. I haven't been in a situation where I had to. So, I put on a show. I enjoy it. I love it.
Dang.
High libido that's unfulfilled. So,
dang, what do you do about that? That's too personal.
Nothing. Just be outrage, eat.
She's raging and eating, folks.
Eating food.
That's the solution to everything. Oh my gosh.
Drinking.
I wonder. I don't know if there's a physical, a biological reason. It says, women are more orgasmic in their 40s. And and it says they have better sexual experiences in their 40s. And I don't know if that's lower inhibition. You're, like we said, comfortable. I can't even talk today. What is this? Comfortable, or if there's an actual physical thing about it.
Probably hormonal. I know my hormones are berserk. I have
berserk.
This is TMI probably, but I forgot what is it, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So basically,
what is that? Dysphoric disorder.
Right before my period, I just go nuts.
Yeah.
And
do you find that that's changed with age? It's gotten worse?
It's gotten worse.
Because I am psycho.
And mad.
Yes. You become a man. You become a man.
Is that what it is?
For that.
Horny and mad. That when you get crazy.
No, but you know what? That's another change, and that has to do with sexual health and libido and stuff too. Is I think your cycle as you enter this next phase that's staring at menopause, and then within the next 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Your period changes. Your hormones are doing whatever they want to do, and it's hard to kind of keep yourself in check. I feel out of control sometimes. It's nuts.
And it's your brain knows, but you don't. I don't know. It's hard.
You can't control it.
Talking to it. Yeah.
It's not talking to each other.
Yeah.
But I think that's also, I guess that kind of touches on the piece I was referencing earlier about medication, because I feel maybe in your 30s, it's more acceptable now, more talked about, more accessible now. But I feel like women in our age group are seeking out mental health, possibly had children where they've experienced postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety, which is my experience. And I was put on medication, and the medication killed my sex life. Okay. And it was I can be a sane mom, and behave and keep my emotions in check. Cause I used to rage. I would get so anxious about things. I would just yell. And I'm like, you can't be a parent like that,
Thank God.
And that's when I was
God.
like, I need to go talk to somebody because I can't be like this for my kids.
That's trauma, yeah.
And so I got on the medication, got myself normal, but one of the side effects, and I was hoping it would pass me by, was, sexual, it impacts sexual function, etc. And so it impacted quite a bit, and that caused, that causes some issues in a relationship. So
yeah, what did you do? Did you just have to take it for the team? Like,
I'm not on the meds anymore. I found other ways to cope with the anxiety. Again, therapies, exercise, just being overall healthier and setting boundaries, which I didn't do before because I was just in the thick of babies. You know what I mean? So, and it's crazy to think that, well, just to take care of myself and prioritize myself and not feel guilty about doing that. And everything else fell back into place. So it's crazy how like one little pill every day could jack your whole world up.
Wow, I've never had that problem.
Yeah.
Anything. This will impact your libido. Oh, no.
Libido and just ability to enjoy. It was kind of, and that's one of the things, if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna want to do it. Right. So they need to work on, I mean, if they can come up with meds for these men, right, that could give you an erection for 2 hours, 4 hours, however many hours, you can't come up with a mental health solution for women that doesn't make them dry out and die. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'd rather be psycho because that's a huge part of life that you're taking away from people as a side effect that causes its own mental health issues, probably, struggles. Because that's a good release. I mean, you need it. People need it. You need it.
Tell me, and I'm not a self-lover like that. They don't do nothing for me. So it's a frustration, like sexual frustration.
A self-lover. That's always been weird, and I feel weird talking about it. I mean, I feel comfortable talking to you about it, but I know that there's a microphone right here and we are talking about it for people to hear.
Luckily nobody listens, so
I know.
We love y'all. 2 people.
My babe listens. He listens.
Hey, bro-in-law.
I think it's cool though. I mean, over my adult life, so let's say over the last 20-ish years, how much has changed in that area too? How much is accepted as far as like quote unquote self-love and what's available to help you there? Because
is that considered cheating when you're married? Some people think that.
I don't understand what a lot of people think.
Yeah, same. I don't identify with people.
I like, it's just, I don't know, but I think it helps relationships too, to have things to help you along the way. This is reminding me of something I read in one of these articles. Was it was kind of comparing the quality of sex as you get older, and one of them said something like, the way that you would have a fast food meal and just scarf it down is what like sex was in your 20s. But that's what sex is in your 20s. In your 30s and 40s, you're sitting down and having a full course meal and enjoying your meal. And it's like, okay, well,
I've been scarfing.
Well, I mean, but I feel like that talks about it too, again, with the maturity and the aging. I feel like you're learning in your 20s, or maybe they're teens now. I don't know how young these kids are doing all kind of crazy stuff. Tweens. But by the time you get to where we are, you're not in a rush, I don't think. I hope not. Oh God, no. You're not trying to pump and be on out.
That's disappointing.
But I feel like that's what young people be doing sometimes. Like,
but it's that people pleasing. Like, are they enjoying it, or are they just people pleasing? Like,
my 20s
were who wants to be pumped and dumped? Mine weren't, because I didn't really do much.
Pumped and dumped. Pumped and dumped. That sounds terrible.
A few people were.
But who's satisfied with that? I think even men mature. I think even men mature in that sense and say, it's the enjoyable part isn't just the end of it.
Exactly.
It's like the setup, it's the build up, it's the connection, right? But I think in the younger, look at you looking off in the distance. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at my kitty cat. Sorry. Oh, I'm always looking at my kitty cat. My cats, not my kitty cat.
Oh my gosh. That was a thing. I don't know where I read that. It may have been one of those teen magazines growing up, 17 or, like
I
those
feel like I need to
magazines.
read one
I don't know what
online
they're talking about now
on Amazon.
but I remember it was like a big thing of like, have you ever looked at yourself? Do you know what you do?
Oh
Do
yeah,
you know
look in the
yourself?
mirror. Mm-hmm.
That's odd. That's
Yeah.
odd. That's weird.
I look because I'll be like, oh God, is something wrong? And I'll just imagine all this stuff. And I look, I'm like, oh wait, there's nothing there.
It's
Like, why
normal.
do I feel?
I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, that's weird. Like, I've never been like all up in there looking. I'm familiar with my body, obviously, but
yeah,
that's just weird.
I don't think I was for a while. I don't think I knew about the anatomy or anything. And then I started looking at it and stuff. And like, I did all the stuff they said to do,
Yeah, you read the magazine, yeah.
And I'm like, this ain't for me.
I'm Catholic. I grew up that Catholic guilt. We've talked about it.
Maybe that's what it is.
Episodes.
But I just,
this is weird. I'm not supposed to do
this. But it's also, you can't tickle yourself. Like, I don't like that. Like, I tried, like, I want to laugh.
It's not the same as tickling.
Exactly. Like, it's
no,
not
but it's
same.
not. You can't tickle yourself, but you should be able to.
It's boring to me. I mean, I can, but it's boring. I don't enjoy it.
You want the connection, not the outcome.
Yes, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's not about the outcome. I mean, it's nice to have a release, but it's more about the body heat and the connection. And
body heat. Whew.
And pressure.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't that some shit? I said, ain't that some shit? Oh, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Goddamn.
Beep bop boo wow, beep bop boo wow, beep bop dee bop wow. Well, I really didn't have anything to say, so I thought I'd just give you a little scat today. Hey, no matter if you're 20, 40, 60, or 80, keep going getting it in.
What else? What else did these studies? Oh, well, they said that men in their 40s, so our age, can last longer too.
Well, the Viagra. I mean,
well, that and probably due to your experience. So, have you been with anybody that's been on Viagra? I have no experience with Viagra.
That's context key. Exactly.
No, I've never. Not that I know of. I know some people who probably needed some.
I'm like, thanks for taking one for the team. I'd rather Viagra than 1 minute.
Or softies.
I really haven't, I haven't experienced that. Like in my 20s, I went out with someone who was depressed or something like that. And so it took a lot of time, but we still got there.
But
and
see,
I
those are the issues.
The time.
Yeah, but those are issues that I think maybe as we get older, we can appreciate and understand and be sensitive to. Whereas if you were like, I don't know, 20 or something, you'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like those types of issues affect women probably more than men, is the mental and emotional block. And you know what? I think I'm kind of pissed off about it. Is the focus on when is the sexual act over? It's when the man.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like we're not worried about
comes first. Who's on
we're
first?
Not worried about. There's no emphasis, or like just stereotypically, there's no emphasis on female pleasure, and I think that's why I mean, in the adult film industry, and which is where a lot of young men learn whatever or get their false ideas of what sex is supposed to be like. It's all the screaming and the hollering and all the stuff, like, and it's like, is that really?
Maybe that's why I'm single.
I mean, I don't know,
because everybody has been about that, so I don't know. I've been lucky in that, at least.
About that
female pleasure, like
that's a must. Okay, I'm 42 years old. That's a must. Who was it? Was it and another one? Who's that guy?
Little Kim?
No.
And another one, and another one, and another one.
DJ Khaled.
Oh. What's he talking about?
He was like, I don't do that. He's like, I don't.
He just had a baby too, so I guess somebody.
His poor wife. No, he doesn't. He doesn't go to the buffet.
He doesn't dine.
I'm like, no. And I remember The Rock came back with some kind of response about how it's like he takes care of his wife. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's
what a
all
mensch.
this, but all the emphasis on men receiving. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in your 20s, that's probably what the emphasis is. As you get older, I think men learn, or women learn to speak up, or something changes. Thank God.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're like, I always get mine.
Yeah. I mean, there's like very few times, like very few where people weren't generous, so I can't.
You've had a very blessed life, my friend.
Well, that's why I haven't had anything, because I just gotta hold out. You can tell, like, I guess if you like, when you're vetting people and you're getting to
what
know
is this
how
vetting process?
I was just saying, just dating and like getting to know people's personalities and things like that. And if you have a connection, then you want to take it to that level.
And whether they're generous, quote unquote, generous lovers.
I don't know. You could find out, but I don't think it's generous either. I think a lot of them just like that.
So it's selfish.
That's for them. It's not even for you. Yeah.
That's fine. You're like, that's fine. That's fine. You like that? That's fine.
Because I waver. I mean, I vacillate. Sometimes, I don't know.
I don't like that word right now in this context. Please don't use it. I don't know why. It feels wrong.
But sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
I just hope, in talking about how libido and desire changes from, your 20s to 30s, 40s, soon to be 50s, 60s. Like, I hope things are still popping.
You're gonna be 50?
Girl, stop. We just stepped into the 40s. Let's slow down just a little bit.
We're gonna be 50.
And we turned 40 in the pandemic, so it doesn't even count. Like, it doesn't. I feel like we get a do-over or something. Like, we get a year back, something.
Man.
But it's really sad to think that there are people who are 50, 60, 70 not experiencing this anymore. Or are they? I don't know. I don't know what that holds for us. I'm in my 40s
and not experiencing it, so damn. You should feel pity for me.
No, but I mean, like, because of physical, emotional, hormonal, whatever reasons, like, that's a piece of you that's taken away. I mean, that's
right. That's why I got to get it in now before it's over.
You should be getting it.
Getting it in. But that's the thing. Like, I was just talking with my friend about this, how like I have such a high libido, but so many people, especially like people in relationships, are like, oh yeah, I don't really do it that much. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, in my mind.
You tell me that. You're like, what's wrong with you?
If I'm in a relationship, I'm like, that sounds amazing. 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as many times as possible a day. Man.
You got life to do though. You can't just
be in the morning,
like, you have to.
You get in the morning, and do a couple times in the morning, maybe lunch if you're lucky, depending on the work from home setup,
I can't even fix my face. Like, the way you're talking, I'm like exhausted just thinking about that.
Viagra, my Viagra friend was the one who could be a match, we were like 4 or 5 times a day.
I don't even know about that. Walk around like you riding a horse.
I was skipping. Shoot, I was happy in the Old Town Road.
Skipping
to my loo. But that's the terrible thing. We were not compatible, though. Unfortunately,
sounds terrible.
I tried to hold on because, child, I tried to hold on. Like, yes, this is
the things you will put up for
right,
for some
up and in, shoot.
I can't. Oh, this is definitely an explicit episode. I hope your children were not listening. If you had your children around,
that's on you.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so that's what happens as you get older.
See, so with hey kids, you can be either way. You might not be dried up. So just enjoy life.
And if you are, there's things to help you anyways.
Yeah,
so
they got
don't
resources.
be embarrassed. Do you remember? Were you ever embarrassed? Yeah, embarrassed to buy condoms or embarrassed to buy lube or like I remember being so like, oh, let me put this underneath this or whatever, It's like, I don't care.
I think, when I was like I was with pads and stuff, and now I got diaper TikToks, so it's like
here we are talking about libidos and stuff.
Oh my god. I don't know.
gosh.
That's one of, I always go to perception and things, and it's like, I'm sick of this role-playing game called life. I'm sick of this whole let's pretend and let's all not state the obvious and play these games. Fuck it. Like,
and you know what? Everybody is doing this.
Everybody
is dealing with this.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Everybody buys condoms and tampons and pads and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, why, just why?
Shame.
Why make it the taboo? Why is it taboo?
So like, my thing is now, who was you? If I ever
are you paying for this? Okay.
Yeah. If I ever feel a little bit of shame, I have to check myself. Who is you? Like, why am I feeling this? Like, what am I putting on this other person? They have no say in my life.
Maybe they're jealous too. Maybe they're looking over at your cart like, dang, wow, she gonna use those, or what? I
never did. They expiring and shit.
All dusty.
Right?
Oh no.
We should have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon.
The stuff I don't use. For the Patreon.
That's the OnlyFans, girl. That's that OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, that's for the OnlyFans. Hey. But people rave. I'm like, y'all have sold me a bill of goods. Oh, you gotta try this. You gotta try that.
And no good? I don't do any of that. I don't have any of those. I did in my 20s.
Well, you got a whole human being, so I don't.
Big old teddy bear. Yeah. So any final thoughts?
Hell no. I just hope I get some before I die.
Okay, well,
and it's like,
come on to the live and help Mo find somebody.
But it's not, obviously I'm getting offers, but it's like,
ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Quality.
So. Quality, yeah.
And security. And emotional connection. Yes. Because you're a whole human being.
I'm not just a whole.
I don't like how that sounds, but you're right.
Oh, Namyo Renge Kyo.
Nobody knows what's up with us right now. That's fine.
I don't even know. I'm barely holding on for dear life. Y'all lucky I'm alive.
We need to get you some Viagra.
Who is writing me this late?
Ooh. Anyways, sexy September. This has been another installment of some sexy stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. I did.
Sexy time.
Was it good for you, Mo?
Yeah.
You should do that. That's what you should do. Do they still have 900 numbers?
People will be saying, was it you? Maybe your people. People will be saying that.
Your people?
Are you people?
Oh. I'm like, what? Yeah, you got a voice. Shoot, do it.
I'm burning up. Turn this fan on for a second.
Yes, that premenopause or perimenopause or the menopause. That's probably what that
Getting
is.
his hot flashes.
Oof. Well, I guess I'll talk to you
later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Two Girls Shooting the Shit with Em and Mo. Please enjoy this mindful moment. When two givers indulge in a connection, it's like magic. It's alchemy. I water you, you water me. We never drain each other. We just grow.